You're watching The Ugly Inside. Subscribe below.
Oh, welcome to The Ugly Inside. I'm Chris Pajak for the Redmen TV, and ahead of our game against Southampton in the EFL Cup, I thought I'd give you a little insight into how Liverpool have been playing and the side that I expect us to play against you. So we're going to start with the goalkeeper. Lloris Karius had been sort of bombed out a few weeks ago. Simon Mignolet's come back in goal, and to be honest with you, he hasn't put a foot wrong since he's done that. He seems to be a lot more commanding of his area. He's a lot more decisive when he's got the ball in his hands or at his feet, and he started rinsing players for fun. Don't know if you saw again in our game against Manchester City. He basically just did Sergio Aguero, which is lovely to see. We've had a pretty solid back four at the minute. Again, Liverpool's defence has come under question. But to be perfectly honest with you, and I've said this before on these type of shows, I don't think Liverpool's defence is that bad. We saw against Manchester City that we can go through games and keep a clean sheet, but our defence isn't just these five guys anymore. We defend the middle of the pitch better than anybody in the Premier League, and as such, it's our strikers and our midfield are the guys who really start our defensive work. And when we have been caught out, it has been because those forwards and midfielders have kind of tired a little bit and stopped pressing as well as they have done at the beginning of games. So we're going to move on into the midfield. Jordan Henderson is unlikely to start. Hopefully he will be match fit, but if he isn't, I think it'll be Emre Can, Adam Lallana and Gini Wijnaldum. Now, this midfield three have played together a lot this season, but in different kind of positions. Quite often it's been Lallana on the right-hand side with Wijnaldum or Emre Can, and the likes of Jordan Henderson just slotting in here in the number 6 position. I expect Emre Can to drop back, a position he played well in the back end of last season in our run to the Europa League final. Adam Lallana has been a revelation in this area of the pitch here. Roberto Firmino, probably in my opinion, is our best striker at the minute, has been shifted out left because of Phil Coutinho's injury. Divock Origi has played up top a lot on his own, and Daniel Sturridge maybe come in on the right-hand side, and it's one of these games where it could end up being a little bit more of a 4-4-2 diamond with Origi and Sturridge up top. We obviously had great success playing two up top last season in the Cup against you, and I just wonder whether that's an option for Liverpool moving forward in this game. But as I say before, what we were talking about is this pressing from these midfielders. Adam Lallana sets it, and we're looking to win the ball back high up the pitch and break immediately and try and get shots off. And that's how Liverpool have played under the EFL Cup, and that's the type of players that we'll be looking for moving forward, I would expect. What can you expect to see from an attacking sense? Well, Liverpool's fluidity, although it's not as good as it was a month and a half ago when we had Phil Coutinho fit, that we are seeming to get there, and Roberto Firmino isn't as good on the left-hand side as he is in this number 9, but do expect to see him popping up here, Origi out running the flanks and vice versa. If we go with the one up top, Sturridge popping up and people just switching, and what that causes is major panic between the defence. And it's generally speaking, we have real success against teams who play man marking, because as soon as a forward runs out, the centre-back tends to run with them, and at that point you'll have someone like Divock Origi moving into that space, and that's where we've had great success this season, to be perfectly honest with you. And it's been because of Sadio Mane, a player you guys know better than me probably, and his just willingness to go beyond and get himself into that number 9 position and get goals. He's been a revelation for us this season, and he'll be a massive miss during the African Cup of Nations. What can you expect to see from the fullbacks? Well, to be perfectly honest with you, these play really high up here. These tend to split out, and Emre Can tends to drop a little bit deeper. Wijnaldum's charged with roam in this space here, and Adam Lallana's almost got a free licence to pop up wherever he finds a little bit of space. I think Southampton would do well to maybe man-mark Adam Lallana, because if he does start picking up space, he's a player who's great, again, as you guys know, with his back to goal. He loves the little half turn. We've deemed it the Adam Lallana turn. He just does it every single time, and no one really in the league that he's come up against so far this season has a handle on how to stop Adam Lallana, and that's why he's been so great for us. Milner has been a revelation at left back for us, mainly because of the areas that he's picking the ball up. You can see he plays high up the pitch. He's looking for 1-2s with the likes of Roberto Firmino, Phil Coutinho when he's playing. He's also comfortable coming inside because he's right-footed. He plays as many passes as centre midfielders in our team. And that's one of the reasons we've been so good this season. Whereas Milner's got that tendency to cut inside and look for the 1-2s. Nathaniel Clyne's job is really to stretch this right-hand side, almost hug the touchline and start getting balls into the box. Now, the one complaint we've had about Nathaniel Clyne, and again, you might have seen this when he played for you, is his delivery does tend to let him down, but he's a fullback getting into winger positions, and to me there's only one fullback in the league who's a better crosser of the ball than Nathaniel Clyne, and that is Kyle Walker, and he tends to play that right wing back role now for Tottenham, doesn't he? So there you go, that's Liverpool in a nutshell. I think the game will be won and lost in the centre of this park here, and I think honestly if Liverpool dominate the midfield three here, then I think Liverpool will go on and win the game. But the areas for concern, I suppose, are if you start lumping balls into the middle of these two, the two centre-backs here, are they going to stand up to the pressure? And I think over recent weeks we've seen that Lovren and Klavan can stand up to that aerial threat. But what I would be doing if I was a Southampton manager is getting balls in and around Mignolet, looking for those second balls in and around the edge of the area and hoping that the likes of Emre Can doesn't track back. Again, it is a fairly new position to him this season, so will he be as focused as Jordan Henderson has been this season so far? Let me know what you think actually of Liverpool, if you've seen them. Who you think your favourite players are, how you think Southampton will line up in this game, and how you think they'll play and look to attack Liverpool in the comment section below, of course. Give the video a like and subscribe to The Ugly Inside on YouTube.